Hello and welcome back to Concert Critiques in Cars with Emily. So I am so excited about this show. First of all, it's like a dream come true. And listen, I love a good opener. And I understand the importance of them, and I have found many good bands because of openers. And as a matter of fact, there are a few concerts I'm going to just for the opener. So I, in no way, am trying to discourage openers. But man, I won't lie, it's really nice to just see the headliner and to be done at 9:45 p.m. Like, fantastic. Love it. So, let's just jump in. I'm so excited. So, I got to see Sub Radio at Jammin and they were playing basically their whole album of, Same Train, Different Station. And it was a 10-year anniversary show. So they came on stage with no singer at first, and they just played some instrumentals. First it was just the guitar, and then the drums came in. So that may have been the intro song that is on that album. And then when the singer came on, he kept singing "This is the Sound of Breaking Up," repeated a lot. And then at one point the note was held at the end, and there was a guitar outro. So I want to say maybe it was the first two songs, not really quite sure. But then they played Caroline, so I'm gonna guess it was, just because Caroline is the third song on the album. So fun. It was such a fun song. So they come in with full instrumentals for the chorus, and then they drop for the verse. So that's really cool. They let the crowd sing the lyric. That's the name of the album. So that was fun. Super fun song. Like, it's almost sad that it had to come at the beginning, but they didn't actually go in the order, so they didn't have to go in order. But it was a definitely good crowd, like definitely pulled the crowd in. Really loved it. So that was a good start. Then after that, they stopped to say hello. They mentioned the album and that this was the same venue that they had played in their release show. So they released the album. Oh, it's so distracting. Sorry. But then they played the song that wasn't a song off their album. Maybe like Better Than That. That's the like main one in the chorus. Like recognized it immediately. So fun. Loved it. Like, so great. I am the worst at taking notes when I love a song and I'm super into it. Super fun. Loved it. Also loved that they established that they weren't just going to go straight through the album, which for them I think is a really good choice, because they just have such unique music in terms of like, it sounds so much better live, just because it's just so much more energetic. And so I'm glad that they didn't just run through, that they actually kind of mixed in some other songs and did some other things. So the next song after that was Drugs. And so he had a shout, do drugs. And it was funny because at first I guess something happened with the drums and they were like, wait, did we just break the drums? So that song had an instrumental start, and then it dropped for the verse, and then the crowd yelled in the pre-chorus when those words came up. And then fuller instrumentals for the chorus, and then they had a drop, and I really loved the quick instrumental transition into the second verse, and the instrumental bridge into the chorus was really good too. So really liked the instrumentals in that one. So that was really cool. So then after that, they started with the okay, sorry. I can't read what I wrote. So the next song was more instrumentally full in the verse, and there was an instrumental drop for the first part of the second verse. I also liked how in the pre-chorus was saying, I liked how the lyrics were saying, and then there was a drop in lyrics, so I really liked that. And I also liked the da's at the beginning of the bridge, and then the bridge had like an overall slower pace, and so then I really liked the instrumental drop right after the bridge, so that was really good too. So yeah, that was a good song as well, good follow-up. After that, he talked about going to JMU and using students to scream in the background, and this was in Living Color, and I had recognized that song from listening to the album. So there's an instrumental intro, and then less heavy instrumentals for the verse, and then more instrumentally heavy for the pre-chorus and the chorus. I really like the lyrics in the chorus, and then there's a drop in the instruments for the bridge. And then they came back in. After that, he asked if anyone was from JMU or had gone to JMU, and only 2 people raised their hands, and then he was like, oh yeah, that's my dad. So it's kind of cute that he's like a little bit of a legacy. And they said that they recorded the whole album at like the JMU studio when they probably shouldn't have. But he said that this song used imagery from his drive up and down 81 when he would come back home and visit DC. So he let Ryan, which was one of the guitarists, to take the lead vocals, but they ended up both singing for the verses, and then he pretty much just sang for the chorus. There was an accident. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. So, that song was called White Noise. Sorry. And at least I think it was White Noise, because I definitely heard the lyric White Noise, and I know that was on that album. But I really, really liked the instrumentals in the verse, and then there was more instrumentally heavy for the chorus verses in the verse, but I really did like the instrumentals for the verse. And then at one point, the crowd was snapping for the bridge, so that was kind of cool. And then there was a drop of instrumentals, and then it came in full for the end. Really high, long notes at the end. Like, there were 2 instances where that happened, and that was super impressive. Then after that, he stopped and asked who feels like dancing, and again, I don't know if this is the song title, but it was the song that is Disco Baby. It's definitely not the song title. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad at it. So I recognized that song immediately. Super short, quick feels of instrumentals and lyrics. Had the crowd get low for the pre-chorus and then jump up for the chorus. I forgot about the bridge, and the lyrics in the bridge are just just kind of random for me personally, but they're so good. I just love it. It was such a good song to see live. And then held a note in the chorus towards the end, so that was really cool too. Again, just kind of forgot about that song. It was great. So then he stopped and talked about how for the release show, the CDs hadn't come in yet because the warehouse had flooded, and so the night before at 2 a.m. they were burning their own CDs and writing, so they made 70 of them, and they said they only sold 4. But the guitarist played and they were also talking about how the guitarist, one of their guitarists in the band, was actually played in the opener 10 years ago. So that was pretty cool, and he thanked Jammin Java and the owners and talked about the other venues that they own, and it just seemed really genuine, and I don't know, it was just nice to be part of that community, even though I'm not. So that was pretty cool. And then they also talked about how they filmed a video but never released it because it was that bad. And so the song was Some Days, and man, this song blew me off my feet. Now listen, if they didn't play a song later on in the show, this would have taken the cake for a song that was my favorite. Really, really good. I loved the intro and the instrumentals. They sang a little bit at the beginning, and then the instruments at the beginning were really good, right after the singing part. I loved how the words were prolonged halfway through and at the end of the verse. I loved the short, quick feel of the chorus. I loved the way that Put Up the Fight part was sang in the second verse. But I liked lyrics in the bridge. There was a drop in instrumentals, came back in full at the end. Such a good song. Really, really enjoyed it. Definitely was not as familiar with it as other songs, so loved it. Then he talked about having the Cursed video on Patreon for Water and Oil. Drummer said that the style of this video inspired the video for Caroline. It had a slower start, but it was still that was less instrumentally heavy. And then it came in a bit heavier halfway through the first verse. I loved the short, quick feel of the chorus and the ooh, ooh part. That was really great. And I thought it was a really good follow-up, especially once the instrumentals came in full. Really great, 1-2 songs. After that, someone yelled cheese, which was the word that was on front of the guitarist's shirt. And then he turned around. It was a jersey, like a sports jersey. And so everyone was like, cheese, and then the whole crowd yelled cheese, and then and then he turned around and everyone yelled, because there was mozzarella on the top of, like, that was the last name. So everyone yelled mozzarella. So that was fun. Just a fun little, like, weird gimmick. Yeah, and so that was a nice little addition. Oh, dearie dear. And here's this accident. Sorry, guys, trying to get in front of this car and slowing down. Okay, we're just gonna move over. There we go. Get off this road. Okay. Then they played a song off of another album. Off the album they released last year. I was like, what am I talking about here? Short, quick feel in the verse. Loved the drop, and then full instrumentals for I'm in Love. Like, it just kept going. Like, so it would be like a little word, and then I'm in love, and it would come in full instrumentals, and then it would drop again, and then be like a line, and then it would come back again. Really loved that. Like, just the short, quick, like, instrumental, no instrumental, instrumental, no instrumental. They had the crowd clap when the music dropped for the bridge. Really liked the lyrics in that part, and then they were like, boom, right back into the instrumentals in the chorus, so that was cool. After that, someone in the crowd shouted that they're getting married and using that song, and he was like, hey, did you talk to our lawyers? Which was hysterical. Really cute, like, so cute that they were excited about it. So then afterwards he just laughed and was like, no, please send us a video. So that was fun. Okay, so the next song was instrumentally heavy but slower start. Overall, I really liked the song. It had really sweet lyrics, and I really liked the lyrics in the bridge. After that, he introduced the band. It was, again, a less instrumentally heavy for the verses, but a short, quick feel in the pre-chorus. I really liked the instrumentals, and it had the crowd move their hands back and forth, and then an instrumental drop for the bridge, and then there was, like, cool build-up back into the chorus. So that was a good song. After that, they had the crowd cheer while he tuned. Okay, so he was tuning an acoustic guitar, and he had the crowd cheer, and he was like, no, you have to keep going. And so literally the crowd just cheered while he was tuning the guitar the whole time. So that was kind of fun. And so the next song started with drums and a guitar, which had a slow feel in the instrumentals, but had a short, quick feel in the lyrics, which was interesting. And then I really liked the shift in the pre-chorus, or I guess technically it was like the second half of the verse, I'm not really sure. And then it was instrumentally full for the chorus, quick step. Then there was a quick stop, not step. That's an O. There was a quick stop in all the instruments, and like totally like just done. And then the drums like took you right back in, like, so that was really cool. I really, really liked that. And I really liked the part, it just like, okay, so after it comes back in, right, like everything stops, the drums like take you back in with like a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of build up, and then it was like, I don't know how to describe it other than just saying it felt epic. Like, it just felt epic. It felt like the instruments were like, but not like, okay, so it felt like the instruments were on full blast. It felt like everybody was singing on full blast, but it wasn't like loud and obnoxious. It was just like epic. Like, it made you feel like you were in a movie. Like, it was just so like powerful. Like, it was really cool. It was just a really cool sensation. And I don't know, like, if everyone else kind of felt that moment or if they felt it on stage, but it just was like, it took the song from just being like a song you're seeing live to like, again, epic. Like, it just, you felt like you were like in this moment of like importance. It was cool. I really liked it. So then the rest of the band left the stage, and it was just the lead singer and acoustic guitar, and so they played Waiting. And so before the show, someone in the crowd had given out like little orange pieces of paper, so they put their phones on for it to make the room look orange, so that was cool. I really liked the way he shifted from the verse to the chorus on just the acoustic guitar. Like, it definitely made it feel different, even though it was just acoustic. Really nice song, and I thought it was well placed, and it was a good follow-up because the other song, you know, again, started with like that feel. I don't know, it was good. It was a good choice. After that, the rest of the band came back, and they asked if anyone was gay and shared that he was queer. And he talked about like taking the feeling of community that was in the room and like portraying it in the outside world. So that was pretty awesome. And then they played the song Cooler that went with that. I liked the short, quick feel in the verses, and I liked how the word cool was sang also. And I really liked the bridge and or the third verse, not sure which one it was. After that, the song had a quick, short feel in the instrumentals. I love the instrumentals and the feel of the lyrics. Instrumentals came in full for the chorus. I really liked the percussion in the transition between the first chorus and the second verse. Really liked it. And I know it was just like a short little thing, but it was really good. Unfortunately, so I was just like in my own headspace during that song, enjoying it. And then the bridge came and I was like, wait, what? Why are you pulling me out of this moment? So that was like a weird sensation. I was not a huge fan of the bridge. Especially because I really liked the first parts of the song, really liked it. And then I was just like, whoa, this just was not jamming with me. So that was just again, a weird moment. I liked the song overall, but just in that moment, the bridge just kind of took me out of it. Anyway, after that, he talked about how his wife at the show 10 years ago was with her boyfriend, not him. So he's dating another guy who ended up buying one of those burned CDs. So he was like, so if anyone has Sean's number, so that was funny. And then they played Pink Lemonade. I really liked that as a follow-up. I love the short, quick feel and the variations of the word right before the chorus. And it's just a super fun chorus. So I know that's not on the original album that they were doing, but it was still fun. So then after that, they talked about doing a show outside during COVID, which how did I not know about this? I definitely knew about Sub Radio prior to COVID. I had to have, because they definitely came to my apartment. There's no way I didn't know them before COVID. But anyway, so apparently they went outside to Jammin Java and played a show. And wow, that was fun. Cool. Anyway, so I guess they were expecting it to be small, and then it ended up being huge, and the cops ended up having to be called because there were so many people. So anyway, after that they played Our Time. I liked the instrumental intro. Really, they had a drop for the lyrics of the instruments. Short, quick feel in the lyrics, which I thought was cool. Instrumentally heavier for the second verse. But there was still no chorus. So they went from the first verse, at least I think it was the first verse, and maybe the first half. But it was the first verse, they went into the second verse. And then they still hadn't played the chorus yet. Oh, that almost got me. I really liked the guitar between the chorus and the next verse, so that was cool. Again, I don't know what it was about the transition specifically, but they really caught my ear. I love the instrumentals for the bridge. The instrumentals were so good. I really like the song instrumentally. Okay, so the chorus lyrically was simple, but it was effective. I liked it. And they said afterwards that this was the second song they'd ever played as a band. And then he was like, wait, then that means that I wrote this when I was a child. And everyone was like, yeah, you have to stop saying that. So that was pretty funny. Okay, so we're almost done. I know you guys are hanging in there. All right, so after that, they talked about, okay, so then they did the whole, we're not doing an encore thing. So he was like, listen, anyone was first band ever, or first show ever tonight. And so a couple people raised their hand. He's like, let me explain the encore. So he went and explained an encore, and he was like, and see, now I've explained the encore, non-encore. So now I've just basically done an encore. This would be us getting off the stage and coming back on. So that was pretty funny. I liked the, realization that him saying it ended up being just as bad as him leaving the stage for the encore, because it was just so genuine, and it was just so such a moment of him not as a performer but as a person. So I really liked that. He was just kind of rambling to himself, so that was cool. So then they played Flashback. Oh, the song is so good, guys. It's so good. If you never ever go listen to a single song of Sub Radio's, please go to a show to see this song live. It is so good. They start the show with that hand thing, which I cannot get down. I had it written down at one point in my office and would practice it every morning before I started work. Still don't know it. So good. Just love it. Oh my God. So good. Okay. So yeah. So then during the pre-chorus, he tried to get everyone to go up and down depending on the lyric. So that was fun, and it worked eventually. And then it didn't work because people were up when they were supposed to be down, and they were down when they were supposed to be up. So that was fun. Yeah, so they like did the hand clapping thing throughout. So good. I love it. So great. And then like the keyboardist had this epic solo for the bridge. So good to see. So good to see. And of course, did I want them to end on that song? Absolutely. Did they? Unfortunately not. They went to go do their chorus thing, or their encore thing, sorry. But I get why they didn't leave that song for last. Again, that would have been my preference, but that's fine. All right, so short, quick feel for the next song. And it was Feel Like 1997, which is maybe not the whole lyric, the whole title of the song, but you get the drift. So they sing the chorus first, and then they go into the first verse. No drums for the pre-chorus, so that was fun. And then they come back in like full for the chorus, so that was pretty cool. And the verses too had drums too. And then, okay, so then this like weird moment happened where like the one band member, which was maybe the guitarist, like had everyone get down for the bridge. But then the lead singer was like, everyone's hands up, before the music came back in full. And so that was like almost an awkward moment. But then once the music came back in full, they had blown up one of those inflatable like arm man things. So that was super fun. Yeah, so that's the second time I've had to honk my horn tonight. Wow, this is a great trip. So anyway, holy cow, this is gonna be so hard to score because it was so good. Wow, if I had known that album better, this would have been a 10, because how no opener to worry about, like just song after song after song, hit after hit after hit. They picked also like their other songs that were not on the album were great songs that they picked. Oh man, I'm gonna give this one like, I mean, it's got to be a 9.75. It was really good show. Even the songs I didn't know, super fun. There were a couple moments that were but again, that was like so small. So yeah, I think a 9.75 is super appropriate. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Were you there? Did you want to go? Did you go Friday night instead of Saturday? Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.